Hi my dudes, and welcome back to my channel. It's been kind of a little bit of time since I've posted. You remember part 1 of my video? Well, this is part 2. It finally warmed up and my hair stopped freezing in the cold. So I decided, why not do it? So today you're gonna see me ride. You're gonna see what saddle and stuff I use, how I tack up, how I ride, what to do. I think I just repeated myself. Let's pretend I'm not eating hot tamales. So, anyway, let's get on to it. So, once you grab your horse that is protesting, you obviously want to brush them, because Katie here rolls a lot. So, meaning she gets really super dirty all the time. So, she's watching the cars go by. So very fascinating. Anyway, she is actually pretty dirty. You probably can't see it from this distance, but I'll get up close so you can see how much sawdust is all over her. So you brush, you clean their feet, you get them tacked up, and then you're ready to ride. Ride your beautiful steed. She totally doesn't care about me. Alright, so as you can see, she is pretty dirty up there. So first I'm going to show you how people brush, like, badly. Katie, stop sniffing the camera. Most people just brush like this. Just brush. Honey, that's not going to get all the dust off. It'll get the sawdust off, but it's not going to get all the dust off. So how you really want to brush is you want to really flick your wrist.
Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist. Look at the flick of that wrist.
Ton of dust down in her coat. So you gotta flick to get it all off. And I'm gonna go ahead and do this all over her because her whole body is dirty. And I'm gonna keep flicking and getting it all off. Now obviously, when you get to the horse's face, you want to be a little bit more gentle because you don't want to rip their face off, as I call it. So I'm going to continue doing that on the other side and the rest of this side. So I will be right back. So once you are done brushing your horse, you are going to then clean their little tootsies. Yes, clean their little feetsies. So the reason you do this is basically to make sure there's no rocks, there's nothing bad going on. Where'd my horse go? There she is. You can make sure nothing bad is going on there, because you don't want to ride a horse that has a rock in their foot. Shelby, don't touch my camera. Don't do it. Don't do it. There's a mule behind the camera and she's trying to eat it. So, on to it we go. I'm going to go grab the hoof pick and you are going to get to see a horse's little tootsie. Alright, so right here I have Katie's back foot. As you can see, there's no horseshoe on this one. There's no silver going around her foot. She only has horseshoes on the front. So what you're going to do is you're going to scrape out this V right here. Down in the crevices. You're going to make sure there's no rocks. And make sure that there's no problems with her foot, which I can't see any. And you're just going to make sure that nothing bad's going on in there, right? Alright, on to the front foot. Alright, as you can see, this one's a bit different because we have a horseshoe on here. So you're going to do the same thing, scrape out all that dirt, get down into those V's. And right here, in here, that's called the frog. So, Katie's actually had a few incidents where her feet were very soft, and I accidentally poked a hole in them because they were so soft, and man did it bleed. It happened once when I was like 8, and I had a mini heart attack, and then again when I was a little bit older, which still gave me a heart attack. So, the hoof pick I have here doesn't have a brush on it, so I can't really brush, but I can just scrape with the side of the pick. But there you go. That's the bottom of a horse foot. So then, once your horse is fully groomed, you're gonna go get them tacked up. And what I mean by tacked up is saddle pad, saddle, bridle, polos. Now polos are what goes around the horse's feet, like their legs, to keep them like protected. Now I don't use polos because I'm not gonna be doing jumping or anything like that. So, and her legs are fine, so I'm just not gonna put polos on them. So after that, and helmet, because you know, safety first. And I'm also gonna get dressed into my riding clothes, because I'm going all out, my dudes. All out today. So, that's a loud car. Anyway, first I'm gonna show you my tack. I ride English. I ride a little bit of Western, but most of the time English. So I'll show you what my saddle looks like. It's an expensive saddle. I got it a long time ago, but it's like riding on heaven. Like, if you ride horses, you know that most English saddles, well, some English saddles will like really scrape your legs, even sometimes through your pants. But this saddle does none of that. It's like so comfy. I love it so much. But I'm gonna stop mumbling on and I'm gonna go do that. I will be right back. Alrighty, as you guys can see here, Katie has her fabulous purple saddle pad on, and I have my saddle here, which I'm gonna fling on to her. Just kidding, I'm just gonna sit it on her nicely, because I'm a nice person. Alright, so when you put a saddle on, you just can't sit it anywhere, obviously. You gotta make sure it's in the right spot. Mistakes with people is they tend to have their saddle back way too far, or they have their saddle over top way too far. Or sometimes their saddle pad is like all the way back here, which is a no-no. You don't want to do that, because that's just, ugh. I'm like really OCD about where my saddle's at, so you won't gonna catch me with my saddle all the way back here. No way, Jose. So, this right here is the girth. If this is not attached to your saddle and not attached to your horse, do not let go of your saddle, because your horse could move and this saddle will hit the ground. So, if that ever happened, not only would my saddle be scratched up, but I'd have to dig my own grave because my mom would probably kill me. So yeah. So this has a stretchy side and a non-stretchy side. So the non-stretchy side is the side that goes on first, which is what most normal people do first. Because why do you want to struggle? I mean, so I'm going to put this on the other side. So I'm going to go do that. Okay, so once you attach it on one side, you're gonna then grab it under here and you're gonna attach it up here underneath the saddle. So I'm going to zoom in and show you guys that now. So first, you wanna go through this part of your saddle pad, and there are little straps under here that I'm gonna attach this to. Sorry if you guys can't see this, but it's kind of hard to record on my. So you attach one to the outside clip and you attach one to the other outside clip. This middle one I never use. Okay, so I'm gonna do that. And I put it on loose-ish because I do not like squeezing my horse to death, because again, I'm a nice person. So there. Now once I get out into the arena, I am going to finish tightening the saddle, because like I said, I don't like squeezing my horse to death all at one time. So I'm going to go get the rest of her tack, which is her bridle. And then I'm gonna go get my helmet, and then I'm gonna get changed into my riding gear. All right, so here I have my handy dandy helmet, which I hate using, by the way. It gives me ridiculous hat hair, and it's awful. Cause you know, gotta have that fabulous hair, right? So I'm going to struggle to put this on, and you guys are all gonna laugh at me, okay? All right, so a loose helmet can actually be more dangerous than no helmet, believe it or not. Because if you fall with a loose helmet on, not only are you hitting your head on the ground, but the helmet can go sideways and hit you again. So make sure it's hugging your head. Like if you wiggle your head, your helmet shouldn't be flopping around. I'm gonna show you what a bad helmet looks like. Hold on. I'm gonna be dramatic. This right here, and it flinging around, that is a no-no. What's the point of wearing a helmet if it's gonna be that loose? I mean, safety first. Don't get me in trouble, guys. Don't get me in trouble. Always wear a helmet when you're riding a horse. You wanna know why? Because a horse has a mind of its own. And if it wants to hurt you, it will hurt you. I'm kidding. Not every horse is like that, but horses get scared really easy. Some of them. Katie, not so much, but they will spook at the dumbest stuff. They will spook at bags. They will even spook at shadows. And you're not always going to be, aware that it's going to happen. So, you wear a helmet. Okay, so on to the next thing. We have her lovely practice bridle. Her show bridle is tucked away because I do not want it messed up. So this is her crappy bridle that I use for everyday riding. And she's over there hiding because she knows what's going down. So I'm going to show you guys how to put that on right now. Alright, so one thing I love to teach you guys is don't take the halter off right away. Okay, so, well, Katie, she's not going to go anywhere, but good habits, my dudes, good habits. So these right here, these are reins. You can use them to make sure your horse doesn't go anywhere, even when the bridle's not on. So, I put the reins over her head first before I take the halter off. You want to know why? Because if my crazy steed decided to run away, I can still have a hold of her neck. See this right here? Yeah, she's stronger than me and she could probably drag me, but I still have control over her head. So I'm going to keep these over her head before I take the halter off, my dudes. Isn't that a good trick? I think it's a good trick. Especially when you're outside. When you're outside, always have a hold of your horse. I don't care if you trust them to the moon and back. Always have a hold of them. Okay? So I'm weird, and I like to move these on the outside. Yeah, people are like, Trinity, why do you do that? I just do it because they're out of the way. You know, you can always move them back. So I put my arm through her ears, and I basically feed her the bit. She's a good girl, and she takes it pretty easily. And then I make sure her eyes are out of the way, because I don't want to poke out my horse's eyes. I'm not that mean. And I'm going to make sure it's not poking her in the eye the other side. And it's on her face, okay? So I fix her forelock, because like I said, I'm OCD. And then I put these back under. Again, like I said, I pull them out, and then I put them back. Because like I said, I'm weird. Don't judge me. Judging is mean. Okay, so then I proceed to clip, well, not clip, I just attach these, because you know you're supposed to. Okay, now also, I don't like these to be too tight, because it will pinch your horse's hair. It'll pull their hair, basically. So I have it tight enough to where it doesn't wiggle everywhere, but to where it's not squeezing her head either. So it's kind of in between. And then we have the lovely evil chain down here. And I also leave this pretty loose. Because I don't, could you imagine getting your hair pulled the whole time? That's just awful, right? Come here, Katie. have our fabulous throat latch, which again, I keep pretty loose. Now some of you are gonna be like, well, wait a minute, won't it fall off? No. Nope. I've seen it happen where people, basically, it'll fall off if it's not, this main part right here isn't tight enough. But if that's tight enough, you're not gonna have a problem. Now always check your tack and make sure it's not gonna come undone. But if you just have it loose, you're gonna be fine. Okay, because I mean, it's not hanging off of her, but it's loose enough to where it doesn't pinch her hair. Okay? Because I'm nice. So, let's get down to it. Alright, my dudes, I am now ready to ride. I am in my riding attire. Yes, as you can see, I have spurs on my boots, but I don't need them. I don't need them. I kept them on there for when I was doing lessons a long time ago, because a lot of the horses that I was riding were like, I'm dying. So they were really super slow, so I used some spurs. But this thing right here, she doesn't need spurs. She does get lazy here and there, but when I kick, it's hard enough to where she's like, okay, I'm going. Okay, so I'm gonna have a tiny little discussion with you. When you kick a horse, I'm not talking about, well, bam, kicking a horse. I'm talking about when you're riding a horse. When you're on a horse that's going really super slow and you need to speed them up, when you kick them, that's not being mean. You're not hurting a horse when you kick them. It's uncomfortable. They're like, geez, can you stop doing that? But you're not hurting the horse. Just the same as when you're using a crop. Now it depends on how hard you're using the crop, yes. But horses play with each other all the time. They kick each other all the time, having fun. So do you think my little tiny kick is gonna hurt or damage a horse? No, it's not. So, don't come at me. Basically, if you ride horses, then you know what I'm saying. But if you don't ride horses and you see me kick, don't think, oh my God, she's being mean to that pony. No, that's how horses are trained. Some different than others, but Katie knows if she gets a kick, then she needs to go. So, enough with my explanation / rant. Okay? On to it we go. Just kidding. First, before you ride your horse, you want to love on them so that they don't be mean to you. I love you, Katie. Don't be mean to me today. Be a good girl. Be a good girl. Come on, listen to me. Be nice to me. You always want to love on your horse so that you have a mutual understanding of each other. Yes, I love you. Let's work with each other to make this video awesome. Make America great again. Alright, now I'm actually going, I promise. Alright, so do you guys remember when I said we have to tighten up the saddle? Because I do, because I don't feel like falling off my saddle today. You always want to tighten up so that the saddle doesn't fall on the ground. So, I'm going to do that right now. Squeeze the pony, basically. Squeeze the pony. Okay, fellas. So now the saddle is correctly tightened. Another thing. I see people try and get on the horse when the reins are up here. Honey, when you get on, you need to be able to reach your reins. So do a little something, something. Walk them down here. So when you get on, they're right there. I'm not being mean, I'm just saying. I see a lot of people get on and the reins are up here and then they struggle to go get it. Like, here, this is gonna help you. Just bring them closer to yourself, honey bun. So, I'm going to now get on. Hopefully not fail. I'm just kidding, I won't fail. Also, hold the horse when you get on so it doesn't go anywhere, okay? You take this leg, put it in your stirrup, and put yourself on top of the horse. Now, a lot of people will fling themselves on the horse, meaning that's kind of mean. Don't fling yourself on the horse. Sit on the horse. Okay? So when you get on, before you even move, which she's moving, Make sure your heels are down. Make sure that you're ready to ride. Your reins are where they should be, and you're ready to go, okay? Don't just ride off all willy-nilly, not ready to ride, okay? Be where you're supposed to be. Be ready to ride. Make sure your stirrups are fixed to make sure everything's comfortable. Heels down and stuff, okay, dudes? And also, do some serpentines and stuff. Get your horse bending, you know? You don't want your horse being all stiff. All right, so you always want to warm up your horse when you start riding. You don't want to just get on them and start running and riding and ripping on them. You want to warm them up, okay? All right. Ooh. So, I just wanted to show you guys how to get on. I'm gonna go get my lovely, lovely mother, because she can help me. Because you see this corner over here? You kind of can't see me in that corner. So she's gonna be my cameraman, and she's gonna help me out. Because what would you do without your mother? Nothing, because you wouldn't even be here. Am I right? Don't get distracted by the cat that just ran in here. I will be right back. All right, so I got my lovely mother to help me record so you guys can actually see me. So give a thanks to my wonderful mother in the comment section below, because if you love me, you love my mother, okay? So, on to it we go. All right, so I warmed up a little bit, so she's ready to try and go a little bit faster. All right, as you can see, I'm posting, which is going up and down in the saddle. So if you ride horses and ride English, then you already know what I'm doing. But like I said, I love riding English. All right, guys, and I didn't know if you saw that, but she kind of spooked at that door over there. She has a lot of energy today, so. Alright, so when you change directions, you want to change your post. So, basically, rise and follow the leg on the wall. So if you notice, I'm posting in sync with this leg right here. Alright, so, as you can see, I'm kind of yanking on the reins a little bit. I'm doing that to keep Katie's head down, or keep her neck curled. Okay, so I don't do it too much, but I like to keep her head down. I don't want her to be a giraffe. We don't want no giraffe play here. We want a horse with their head down. Okay. All right, now I'm going to take it up to the canter. You stop posting, and you ask them to canter. Okay, so she's a little stiff today. When you canter, you want to make sure you're nice and balanced so you don't fall off, obviously. Easy, trot, and then you pick up your post so you're not bouncing all over the place. Okay? Walk. Do a little bit of backing. Like I said, even when you back, you want to try and keep that head down. You see how she brought her head up? I want her head to be down. Ooh. Back. Okay, that was a little bit better. Now we're going to change directions. And she already knows we're going to canter the other way. What you do one way, You want to do the other way. Pick up your post. Ooh. Back. You also want to keep your horse on their toes. If, let's say, you're trotting, you just throw in a whoa. You make them stop. You want them to be thinking, man, I need to listen to her because we could be doing something else in a matter of seconds. Right, Katie? You want to keep them sharp. Keep them sharp. That's why you can't tell Katie's 21 years old, because she's sharp, like as sharp as a candy cane. I've sharpened candy canes and pretend that they're shanks, so that's what I'm talking about. All right, so. Now, I'm going to show you guys, right now she's on the wrong lead. See how that was really weird and funky? Try. So, that was actually perfect, because I was going to show you guys what it looked like to be on the wrong lead, and she did it. So, when a horse is on the wrong lead, basically when you canter this way, your horse's one of your front legs should be sticking out more than the other, so the one closest to the inside. So, when she was cantered just now, she had the opposite foot going out first. And it's really awkward and hard for a horse to canter like that. So when your horse is doing that, it's kind of like, it feels so weird. It's just awkward. So when your horse is on the wrong lead, you bring them back down, you let them fix the lead, or you can do a flying lead change. Now, Katie, she knows how to do a flying lead change, but it's harder for her because I haven't really wanted to teach her how to canter on the wrong lead, because that can sometimes come back and nip you on the butt because you'll be cantering and they'll pick up the wrong lead. So Katie doesn't really do it, but I've ridden other horses that will just switch leads like that. So as you could see, it kind of was like really awkward for us, but now you guys know what it's like to be on the wrong lead. So, all right. This is about an average day for me, and I usually do a little bit of maneuvering. Like I'll try and do a little bit of moving her front end. Ooh. Easy. Ooh. A little bit backing, more backing, because I want her to be flexible and I want her to be going all which way. Whoa. So now flexing, you keep pulling until they finally bring their head back in. There. So let me show you guys again. So Katie's not very flexible with her neck because her neck ties in very low. All right, she's a little bit different. So when you flex, you keep turning their head until they finally release. See how she brought her head up to me? She released on the rein that I was pulling on. So same way the other way. There, see how she brought her head up towards me. And I do that a little bit more until she feels a little bit more flexible. She's an old gal. She needs to be flexible. There. Good job, Katie. And you always want to reward your horse. Love on them. Tell them they did a good job. You can just sit here and love on. I can love on my horse all the time. I just lay here and love on your horse. Oh, I didn't see you there. Anyway, leave a like, thumbs up, and subscribe because you love my awesome horse, and you love me, and you love all my pets. So if you want to see more, subscribe, my dudes. I will see you in the next video, which will probably be my goats. This is what I do while I wait for my mother. Yep. Hey, Mama, can you help me record? Because you know I love you so much.
Right here, I just opened the door when you called.
She's walking in the door, guys. Isn't that funny? This is how not to ride a horse, peoples. How not to ride. Hi.
Ooh.
Hi guys, and welcome back, my dudes, to my channel. So today is a different day and a different temperature, so it's actually really warm outside. So I thought, why not do a riding video, because why not? So today I'm going to show you how I ride, what I do, and all that jazz. You should see what I have to look at right now. There's a donkey. Hi, donkey. How's it going, buddies? They're totaling and like enjoying this weather out here. And yes, I have hot tamales, so I'm going to be eating them throughout the video. So, onto it we go.